Okay. Time for my annual post. Video 7, I think, or 6. Honestly, I lost count at this point. Okay, I literally just set up my entire thing to film, and then I realized that it'll probably take me a minute, and I'm starving right now, and it's like, I think it's 7:15, and I don't want places to close by the time I'm done, you know? Not that it'll take like 3 hours or 4 hours to film this video, but let's go get Chipotle, because I'm also too lazy to cook. Bag secured. Show you guys a little haul here. Truth be told, I actually hated Chipotle whenever I first tried it, and then I gave it another kick at the can maybe like 3 months ago, and now the amount of money I've spent on Chipotle in the last 3 months has been insane. This is a haul. Also, I get a lot of judgment for this, but I shake my Chipotle, which I don't think is like I don't think it's like a common thing, because one of my friends, I was eating Chipotle with her, I was shaking it, you know, like the Kardashians friggin' shake their salads and shit like that. She looks at me and her jaw was to the floor, and I swear to God, I saw death in her eyes. And I was like, should I fear for my life right now? After I started shaking my Chipotle. So I shake it, pretty good shake. Nice. I just got this everywhere. I don't know if you can, let me tilt this bad boy down. Do you guys see that? Awesome. So now I have to go clean this up. One sec.
One eternity later.
Now that all that is wiped up, I'm not much of like a phone eats first guy, you know, where people take pictures of their food, and I think it's because like they never turn out. Now, drinks, on the other hand, as soon as you bet your bottom dollar that as soon as those drinks smack the table, I'm gonna be setting the menus up. I'm gonna be setting the drinks up all nice so you can see like a nice little setting, and I will be taking like about 50 pictures of those bad boys. I don't know why. I don't know if it's like I appreciate drinks more or like what it is, but drink pictures always turn out for me, well, 30% of the time, and food does not. And even though I shake, there's the mess. Even though I shake this, it still looks disgusting. It's a carne asada bowl though, and carne asada is like bomb as bomb as fudge. But yeah, let me just have a few bites and get less hangry. Now that that's done, I think I did say that I was only going to take a few bites to kind of tame over my hangriness. I ended up finishing the entire bowl, and I think it was about 6 minutes. So I shoveled that bad boy down. Let's just dive right into it. The purpose of this video is kind of like a 2024 reset. It's gonna be the first video into like accomplishing my goals and everything like that for 2024, and I figured we just gotta start. I didn't know how to start it. I was like sitting in bed last night being like, what do I even do? What do I say? And I was like, you know what? Just pull the trigger. I just gotta sit in front of the camera and just like word vomit, I guess, until like I get into the routine. Because since the start of my channel years ago, I've never gotten into a regular posting routine. I never found that rut that'll kind of like, I guess rut, for lack of a better term, that'll like take me to my goals and everything like that, right? So the reason I'm starting now is because I'm nearing the ending of my school career. So I'm in chiropractic school. I only have 3 months left of real classes, and then I'm in clinic. I mean, I enter clinic next week, but I have to rock clinic and classes together, and then I enter just clinic after that, and clinic will take me through all the way to graduation. So I figured, like, you know, as I enter this professional career, I kind of want to create like a sub channel of professional content and everything like that, and I figured it'd be really cool to educate people, to just, whether it's like ASMR, education, like random shit, professional related. And then I was like, I also want to keep this side of the channel for like personal stuff, you know what I mean? Or like just for fun basically, and like see where this goes, because I don't even know how you would classify my channel right now, you know? Like, I don't know if it's not really lifestyle, it's not really, it's kind of just I sit in front of a camera whenever I feel like it and I just talk. Okay, I think this literally happens every video, but my computer died and everything is plugged into my computer right now. So my camera shut off, the light turned off, everything like that. So if it looks different, that's why. But where I was going with this was, one of the ideas I had for this video was to do a little like kind of 21 question or a mini 21 questions again to tell you guys a little bit about me on where I am now and shit like that. It's kind of like a continuation of the first one I did, I think was like 3 years ago. So I have some of the same questions in there, and then I kind of just went through my inbox on Instagram and picked questions out that I thought would be like the most fun and most kind of, I don't know, interesting, I guess you could say. So the first one is, how old am I? So now, in the last video, I think I was 22. Now I'm 25, born August 2nd, 1998. So if you guys are into the astrology and stuff, I am a Leo, which everybody tells me like it's pretty fitting and stuff because I'm outgoing or whatever, and like I enjoy people, like I'm definitely like extroverted, but then they have some shitty qualities, you know? So I was like, maybe it's not good to be a Leo, but I think I'm not very much so like them, you know? Question number 2, what am I studying right now? I am studying chiropractic, so I'm in chiropractic school here in Florida. It's weird because we go to school throughout the summer and stuff like that, so my breaks are a little bit different, and we classify our terms based off of quarters. There's 13 quarters in your entire education. I'm in quarter 9 right now, so I'm like at the back end, and then from quarter 10 to 12, 10 to 13, you're strictly in clinic. So I have one more quarter of class, and I have to rock class and clinic, so it's gonna be hectic. But oh well, I'm up for it. Question 3, how tall am I? I'm 5'9", okay? My Tinder bio says 6 foot. No, I'm just kidding, no it doesn't. I'm 5'9", but I am beginning to think, I think I'm a short 5'9", if that makes any sense. Like I'm a soft 5'9", you know what I mean? Because everybody that I say that I'm 5'9" to, they always like look at me like I have 3 heads and they're like, dude, no way, get a tape measure. So then one of the parties I was at with my friends, like my new friends in Florida, I was like, yeah, let's do it, let's get a tape measure. Because if I'm 5'8", then I guess I'll start telling people I'm 5'8", you know? We measured and I am 5'9", but nobody ever believes me until we measure. I think I'm just a soft 5'9", like a short version. 5'9" short, you know? But not short enough to be 5'8". Like maybe at the end of the day I'm like 5'8" and like 4/5 or something like that. But anyway, 5'9". Am I in a relationship? This question I get often. I'm not. I am single and I am ready to mingle. Except not really, you know? I'm just going with the flow. I'm just focusing on my school. I work as well. I have a lot of shit going on, you know? I'm just keeping my eyes forward, and if things fall into my lap, then you know what? I'll check it out, I'll entertain it and stuff. Like I'm free for that, but I'm not like actively looking. I'm gonna focus on me. Whatever happens, happens. Are you reading any good books you want to recommend? Oh, okay. So I'm reading right now strictly workbooks. So I'm a bartender. Been bartending for like 7 years. A lot of years. Right now, I just started a job as like a craft bartender months back. And I have like a lot of cocktail experience bartending wise and stuff like that, but this is my first craft cocktail, like true bartending bar that I've worked at. All the bartenders are like mentored and taught by other professional bartenders, yada yada yada, versus like every other bar that I've worked at, it's all been like self-taught bartenders, you know, which have been phenomenal. But I had no idea why I was doing that or why this ingredient is in this. This is the first bar that takes all that seriously. One of my Christmas presents that my brother got me is called The Bar Book by Morgenthaler. This is a really good book that I've been reading. It's kind of like an entry-level bar book about how to like make cocktails, the components of a cocktail. If you have bartending experience, it's like a good starting point. You have some experience, but you're not necessarily proficient. This is kind of the book that I would recommend if you wanted to get into more like craft cocktails and shit like that. A book that I borrowed from a coworker is The Bartender's Manifesto. Finished that. That is phenomenal. It's all about like the different techniques of shakes and stirs, and it tells you all about creating cocktails, creative process, the philosophy behind creating drink. I really enjoyed this book. But if you guys want to see my collection of books, of bartending books that I got from a coworker, this box is full. I have bartending basics to a book just about gin, the wine Bible. That shit is thick, you know? I don't know when I'll ever read that one. We have books on the joy of mixology, the craft of the cocktail, and I can't even read this one. Imbibe? Is that a word? Apparently I'll need a dictionary as well whenever I read this one because I don't even know what imbibe means. Imbibe. That didn't help at all, so I'll still need a dictionary. That has been my life right now, is just reading those cocktail books. Next one, favorite song and artist. In my last video, I talked a lot about Dermot Kennedy, who he still is my favorite. He's one of my most played. I love his music. I love him. I also think last video I was calling him Dermot, which I've since learned it's now pronounced Dermot, even though I claim to be one of his #1 fans and I was pronouncing his name all wrong. But right now, I'm kind of back in like my little festival era right now. I went to EDC, which is a huge festival in the States, and I went to the Orlando one just this past year. Unreal. I feel like I had new appreciation for festival music. I was never really like a headbanger before. Whenever you're immersed in that environment, I think I got whiplash from headbanging, and being immersed in it, you could develop this new appreciation for the set, for the artist. So since I've been to EDC, one of my favorite artists have been Excision. He's a dubstep guy. I love his work with Millennium. So that leads me into my favorite song right now is probably Zombie with Millennium and Excision remix. If you're into that stuff, definitely give it a check. I promise you, you'll fall in love. Where do you see yourself after school? Ooh, this is a hot question. This is a question that I have a love-hate relationship with answering. And the reason for that is because I've been a student for like, 9 years, I think, at the end of the day. Every single year, I never really have to stress too much about where am I going to be, because my life is always written for me. Oh, where am I going to be in 6 months? I'm going to be a student again. In a year, I'm going to be a student. My biggest decision I had to make was where am I going to be a student next before I came to Florida. But now I'm nearing the end where it's where the hell am I going to live? And like the world is my oyster, and that's the part that stresses me out. So right now I'm really eyeing Vancouver, Canada. The West Coast is beautiful. The only downside is that it's far from family, and I'm a very family-oriented guy. My brother just had a baby, so I have a little baby nephew. He's 9 months old, and he's my pride and joy right now. Obviously, my mom is my biggest supporter. I'd love to be close to her. I'm trying to iron out all those things, do pros and cons lists, and see how much would I be able to visit home and stuff if I go to Vancouver, and what that process looks like. On the state side, I really enjoy Chicago. I've been to Chicago a dozen times since I've been to Florida because flights are so cheap. And I have some friends there, with some really good friends that are the best hosts on the face of the planet. So I'll head up there, went to their wedding, had Abby's, actually she was in my Truth or Drink video, one of my best friends. Her bachelorette was in Chicago. We're just frequent flyers to Chicago. I love it there. I could see myself there based off of like the nephew piece and everything. I could end up a little bit closer to home, but the only thing I know is that I do enjoy a little bit of action. It needs to be big enough where on a Tuesday night at 8 p.m., if I'm sitting in bed and all of a sudden I get a second wind of energy, I want to be able to go and do something. I want there to be something to do. Versus my hometown, for example, like I love that my roots are there and it's a super fun spot to go and visit and shit like that. But oftentimes on a Thursday night, there's nothing to do. So the answer to that question, who knows? Talk to me in a bit. I have to have it all figured out by May, I think. So I have 5 months. It's crunch time. Question 8, mountains or beaches? Right now I'm by a beach. I live on the east coast of Florida, and I'm about a 4-minute drive from the beach. So because I have that checked out, and because I'm really eyeing Vancouver, I think I'm big into mountains right now. I like hiking, trail running, skiing. For that reason, mountains are definitely the apple of my eye right now. I like both. And that's why I think I like Vancouver as well, because Vancouver, you have beach there. You're landlocked, right? So to the west of you, you have beach, and then to the east of you, you're landlocked by mountains. And that's why it's so expensive to live there, because the city can't expand a lot. Did you guys know this? So I like going into mansplaining about why Vancouver, the rent is so high. But anyways, because you can't expand a lot, so housing is limited, yada yada yada, amongst other reasons, I'm sure. Like, I'm not an economist, so I have no idea. I don't even know why I started talking about it, because that's way over my head. Question 9. What are some of your New Year's resolutions? So I don't know if they're like New Year's resolutions, they're more things that I have on like vision board that I have yet to create. Whoa, did you see that fluff? So some of those things are going to be health and fitness. Are going to be 2 things I really want to hone in on again, like everybody else. I really want to continue succeeding with my education, and as I transition into work life and clinic and things like that, I really want those to be on the up and up as well. But more specific things is like YouTube is on there. I don't know if I want to say like general social media, but just like interacting with you guys more and kind of establishing myself a little bit more and things like that. That's probably one of the biggest ones. Question 10, favorite movie? Right now, I think I'd have to say probably Top Gun 2. Top Gun 1, like the first one, was my favorite movie for a while. And then I kind of got out of it and shit. But then whenever Top Gun Maverick came out, oh my god, that movie, that's actually what inspired this. So this is new. Can you see it? My little dirt stash. That was actually inspired by two things, both Top Gun Maverick and No Shave November for men's mental health. And I was like, okay, this has to stay now. You know what? It's just my calling. So it's been with me ever since. And it kind of has some ginger hair in it. But I don't know. It's almost like my biggest identity piece right now. It's like a staple to me. Favorite sport was question 11. The last question, because I don't know. Why go to 21? First 11 questions I saw and I was like, that's perfect. Because I still want to show you guys my clinic fits, which I'm pumped about. So growing up, I played hockey and I raced dirt bikes. So those are two of my favorite, of course, but my favorite right now is pickleball and tennis. Since moving to Florida, everybody is into golf right now. All my friends, people my age, golf is the pinnacle of their life, you know? Don't get me wrong, I love to go and drink, but the actual golf part, holy, I am so bad, it's actually not even funny. And my family owns a golf course. Like my aunt owns a golf course, she's an LPGA pro. I took lessons with her and I still suck. And I don't know, like the genes they didn't get passed on down to me or what it is, but I'm atrocious. I just go for the social part. I go to drive the golf cart and I go to drink. So then because I'm not really the biggest fan of golf, I need to be good at like something once I leave Florida. So then that led me to tennis and pickleball. And I've never really played a lot of racket sports before, like in my life. So like my coordination like isn't very, it's a little bit subpar. So I'm still learning at pickleball especially. Tennis I can like handle my own at. Pickleball, the most fun game ever, but my friends still kick my ass. Like I have a friend who's really good and he, anytime I'm like, oh yeah, dude, let's go play, let's go hit the courts, you know? And he was with me whenever I bought my racket and everything like that. We'll go out and yeah, he will destroy me. You know what? That is maybe my New Year's resolution. One of my New Year's goals is to beat my friend at pickleball, which I think it could happen. So there it is, guys. Those are 11 questions just to kind of give you like a little, hey, reintroduce you to me because I feel like I need that after going mute. But let me now show you some of my fits for clinic. Okay, and I said fits for clinic, but really I just have two to show you because in clinic we're allowed to wear scrubs and then we're also allowed to wear like business casual where it's nice pants and a polo. Now I'm only going to show you guys my scrubs because these are the ones I'm most pumped about with my shoes. And they came in and these bad boys are legit pajamas. So these are just like a black pair. And then the shoes I'm wearing are Jordan SE Crafts, which I don't know if you can see, but if I stand up like this, can you see these? So that is pair number one. Now, whenever I meet new patients and stuff, we also have to wear this white coat. So this will be the look I'm rocking. This is option number one, okay? Right here. It also has my name on the coat. Okay, number two, kind of looks the same, but I promise this is maroon or like a burgundy color. So burgundy scrubs, and then I'm rocking these bad boys with dunks. They're my panda dunks. Oh, let me put my jacket on. Now answer this. If you're a new patient and I walk in and say, I'm gonna be your doctor today, I'll be treating you, will you feel A, confident in my abilities, or B, not confident if I'm dressed like this? I think confident because it's important to be well dressed, you know? So this is fit number two. I'm not gonna show you my other fits because, you know, I'm not that excited about them, you know? These are the ones I'm most excited about because scrubs literally feel like pajamas. With that being said, I think that's kind of it. That's all that I really have planned for this video. Yeah, and we'll just end it there. I plan to be talking to you guys a little bit more, doing like little YouTube shorts and stuff. Maybe I'll show you guys some more clinic fits or YouTube shorts of my days at school, rocking clinic and with work and everything because I work a lot with clinic and with, you know, I'm a tutor as well and shit like that. So I don't know. We'll keep it light, we'll keep it frisky. I'll keep you on your toes, keep you guessing. All in all, that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for checking in again. Leave a comment, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friend, whatever. Do whatever you do. And we'll see you in the next one.